carry on. Let's review. This was a fun movie. Taron Egerton's great in this. Jason Bateman's great as the bad guy. It's a pretty fun Christmas thriller. I love Christmas like movies that aren't necessarily Lifetime movies. Will this become a Christmas classic? Time will tell. It is pretty exciting at times. It's got a pretty good story. They do a good job of building backstory with Taron Egerton and his wife, and and what sort of their struggles are and what his motivations in life are. It does deliver on the promise of the premise. Absolutely, there's a dude working TSA. There's a bad guy that needs to get a bag through TSA. And I think that on the surface, if I were to come up with this as a writer, hey man, there's like a bad guy that's gonna blackmail you that he's gonna kill your wife if you don't let the bag go through security. I feel like once the guy shows up with the bag and you have to make that decision of whether you're gonna let it go through or not, that's the thing. That's like the premise of the movie. And once that happens, where do you go with that? You know what I mean? Well, they were able to carry it and make a whole movie out of this. And I thought it was really good. It's sort of like watching Die Hard 2, only it's what is this reminiscent of? It's like a good sort of single location high energy thriller, but it's also got some human elements to it, and there's a lot of good character development. There's a lot of good story going on with Taron Egerton's wanting to get a promotion, but they're like, oh, you're a slacker, you show up late, this and that. He finally gets to work the TV, where he's the one scanning the bags, and this thing that's happening is actually causing him to look bad in front of his boss, and then he has to betray one of his friends in a scene. And so they do a lot of really good things, and they hit all the beats in this, all the thriller beats that you would expect in a movie. They check all the boxes here. When the police detective showed up and they started cutting over to her, I was thinking, man, are they just filling time here with this woman? Why do we have such a predominant B story in this? When I want to spend time in the airport. But after a couple of scenes with her, I realized that I liked it, and that it made the story bigger because of how big this thing was. It's not just some lone nut job. There's something really big going on here. So it opens the story up to make a single location thriller a bigger movie. So let's do the breakdown. Okay, so the good, everything that I said, plus Taron Egerton, he's really good. I feel like him and Tom Holland could probably just like trade off roles. Young, energetic, short hair, action boy. He's older than Tom Holland, but he looks pretty young in this. And I think that he could, if he sort of don't only do Guy Ritchie films, Taron, you know what I mean? Like branch out and do some other stuff, do some Hollywood productions. I think that if anything, this proves that he can carry a Hollywood production the entire way through. Where a Netflix film is concerned, I would call this above par. I think it's a good thriller. It's a lot of fun to watch. It's slightly derivative of other things that you've seen, but at this point, it's 2020. It's about to be 2025. Everything's going to be slightly derivative. You know what I mean? He's great. Jason Bateman is great as the bad guy. I freaking love Jason Bateman as a bad guy. I remember Jason Bateman from, what was that Michael J. Fox show? Crap. Y'all know what I'm talking about in the 80s, right? Michael J. Fox. I'm having a brain fart, and I don't want to cheat and look on my phone. Let me see how long it takes me. I'm not gonna edit this out. I'm gonna let this go, and I'm gonna speed the video up because I want to show you all how long it takes me to remember the name of this show. Okay, so starting right now. Okay, Meredith Baxter is in it. Michael J. Fox is in it. Jason Bateman shows up at some point. There's another girl, Bateman. Justine Bateman's in it also. Family Ties. Family Ties. Okay. Anyways, I remember him from that, and remember like Necessary Roughness, Jason Bateman from Necessary Roughness. He was really good in that too, but he sort of settled into this certain character, this certain, not really the wacky comedy relief, but more like the serious, dry comedy leading man. And then, he did the show on TV where he's cleaning money and everything, but he's really good as the villain, and I just love it. So the actors are great. I think the story's good. I think it has some really good tension and thrills. The bad, There's a loose end that they don't tie up. There's a female bad guy, and we have no idea what happens to her, where she goes. Does she get away with it? Does she not? Are they going to pursue her? Are they going to go back and watch the video and be like, hey, there was a woman involved, you know? They never go back to her, and to me, that's the bad. The unclean, not really a lot of unclean going on here. There's a one scene with blood at the end, but it's not that bad. But yeah, I mean, I say check it out. It's worth the watch. Carry On. It's available on Netflix right now, and you could certainly do a lot worse, especially for a holiday thriller. So I'm going to give it 1.5 horns up, y'all. I actually liked it. So give it a watch. Carry On Netflix. Thanks for watching. Chomp Flicks.